forget about anything negative that happened in 2026, because right now is the true new year. Right now is the true moment of rebirth, starting fresh and completely going for what you deserve. This new moon is happening very early in the morning, and it has all the planets literally in Aries, meaning this is a new cycle. This is a new energy. This is the new year. This is time to shine and go for it. If you're looking for new beginnings in your relationships, make sure to check out Starcrossed app for your soulmate reading. When you get your soulmate reading, not only you get their entire zodiac chart, you get the soulmate drawing, so you know exactly what your soulmate looks like, but also you get the date and year when you're gonna meet them, so you know exactly when it's happening. So many of my friends already tried this drawing. They were extremely obsessed. The results are so accurate, and you can see it for yourself. So if you are interested, it's going to be the first link in my bio. And now let's get to this reading that will be for your rising sign. Aries, during this new moon, you're gonna feel complete shift and rebirth inside of you. You're gonna probably think inward and think who you are, like what type of changes you want. What do you want people to know about you? Do you want people don't know about you? And honestly, it will be the time of you being optimistic. It will be the time of you feeling a little bit more stamina, feeling a little bit more energy to do things. And you might actually feel like some sort of impulse from the inside, that like, I just need to do something, I just need to go for something, I just need to invest my time in anything, right? Like also a lot of physical energy, a lot of just like good mood. That this is the mood that you want to have when you want to achieve something, when you want to, again, like put yourself out there. So if you're feeling some sort of impulse right now, this is the time for you to go for it. This is the time to actually, say yes to it, say yes to adventures, say yes to the new beginnings. And maybe you will be thinking about how people overall perceive you. What do they think about you, right? Because sometimes when you get introduced to yourself in the public eye, you say, this is my name, this is what I do, this is what I'm known for, this is what I'm good at, right? You will be thinking about this whole area. What are you good at? What do you want to do? What do you want people to know you for? How do people want to perceive you? It might be literally the time of a big change in your persona, maybe the way you look, maybe the way you present yourself, maybe the way you dress. Maybe you're gonna do some sort of a new wardrobe change. Maybe you donate your old clothing and get the new ones. If you do want to manifest, I do recommend you, Aries rising, to manifest under this new moon. Don't do it specifically like on Friday, right? I would say try waiting until Sunday, Monday, when it feels right, and then manifest. You can manifest new beginnings, you can manifest new career, you can manifest new path in your life, you can manifest literally any new beginnings. Because the thing about this new moon, it's for you, it's all about what is the inner impulse you are feeling and how you're going to follow it, how it's going to translate into your life. Because if you're just going to keep sitting down, even though you have those like millions of ideas, nothing's going to change. It doesn't matter if it's a new moon, it doesn't matter if it's the most powerful new moon of the season, of the year, it doesn't matter. You really have to follow it through. And Aries is all about physical labor. Aries is all about actions. Aries is all about going, doing, moving, you know transporting yourself to different places to get things done. So focus on that and do something that you can manifest this week. Taurus rising, this new moon, you really got to lock in and really get through it, because this is the time for you to recharge. This is the time for you to look around and ask yourself what is really draining your battery. What are the situations where you feel yourself exhausted, where you feel like there is like no energy to do things, right? Think about all the projects and all the things that have been piling up behind your back, and you were just like putting them there. You refuse to look back. You refuse to look at those projects, and you refuse to do anything about it. But deep inside, it's still draining your energy. It's still looking at you and being like, hey, you got to do this thing. It's a little sooner or later you will have to deal with it. This is the new moon that will literally be the best time to get rid of all of this, right? Like get rid of all of the trash, junk. Maybe you do some sort of cleansing. Maybe you do some sort of rituals where you literally let go of some sort of past things. If you are vulnerable right now in emotional state, like you maybe had some sort of breakup, maybe you had some sort of things that you're going through, this is going to be a great new moon to really let it go and find something deeper inside of yourself. Maybe socially you will be a little bit isolated. Maybe you will decide to go on some sort of retreat. Maybe you'll decide to the best case scenario, you'll go to the nature, you go to retreat, you're gonna sit next to the water, you're gonna meditate, you're gonna grill your own food and vegetables and do like all the fresh type of things, live like a farmer's life, maybe like for a weekend. This is like, but if you if universe is forcing you to isolate yourself, like for example in a hospital, if universe is forcing you to isolate yourself, I don't know, like something's happening where you like ended up being isolated against your will, this is not a good sign. This is not a good sign that you probably like don't align with the higher version of yourself. So you need something to feel very safe and very um, protected, and at the same time isolated, right? So think about practices that you can do if you're trying to manifest. I would recommend you to manifest maybe on Sunday. Maybe I would recommend you to manifest on Monday, not Friday, not Saturday. Think about what practices you can do to reconnect with your spirituality, with your inner self, with some sort of emotional wounds that need healing, and focus on that. Gemini rising, so this is a very optimistic new moon for you. Actually, I'm pretty sure if you're Gemini rising, you in California right now, I just know you're going to Coachella this week, because there are things that just like point out to you being in a social environment, things that are pointing out for you to be in some sort of large groups of people, even communities, even people around you, just could be friends, could be, think about like any hobbies that you do, think about any contacts and group projects that you do at this point. So all of this could be happening for sure. The good thing is this new moon is also about long lasting, long-term plans, ideas, ambitions, even sometimes like gifts, and having people literally take care of you, right? Like maybe you will meet someone who will have so much power to influence the further career, your further, I don't know, like whatever that is, right? Like you might meet someone powerful, again, like you being outside and you just like see someone, and just somehow you start the conversation, somehow you know talk to someone, and this person could help you to again accelerate through the future. So there's going to be a great time if you again do some sort of group trips. It's going to be a great time if you're going to do some sort of connection, volunteering, fighting for your community, and maybe like performing in your community, right? You will see yourself very differently in the society. Maybe you are thinking about like, okay, so what are the things I'm going through that like really change the perspective of me in this society? They change perspective of me in the community, not like me as an individual, but again, a really great manifestation method would be for you. And if you are trying to manifest something new, if you are trying to manifest something exciting, a really great thing would be for you to, and actually don't do it on Friday, don't do it on Saturday. I would wait until Sunday and Monday at least, right? There's going to be a much better energy. And i would say I would say go out, do some sort of group activity, anything that has to do with like a future, anything that has to do with like manifesting future, doing the mood boards, doing like summer bingo, doing um collaging, right? This is going to be such a great practice, because again, this new moon is all about looking forward and creating long lasting plans. Cancer risings, a lot of you can get a lot of good news about your professional career, about promotions, about raise, and overall new responsibilities. You might feel a little bit more vulnerable during this time about your situation in society, about your situation as a professional, about your reputation even, and what type of reputation you have, what type of image you have as the professional. And it seems like it is time for renewal. It seems like it is time for you to almost like not necessarily choose the new path, but reinvent yourself and come out as a new person in your career. Maybe you studying some sort of new courses that will help you to get to this promotion. Maybe you overall have talks with your bosses and people above you who will influence your promotion at this time. Maybe you're doing some sort of seminars, you talking to people, like you just like developing your professional persona again, right? What will be really important during this time is to really show some sort of discipline, show some sort of self-control, show some sort of intentions when it comes to your career, because it will be a lot about, yes, you need to be fearless, yes, you need to go forward, yes, you need to have impact on everything that you do, but you also need to be in charge of this. You also need to show this control. You also need to show how exactly you able to control those things, and those qualities will be directly helping you to again accelerate with your career. Maybe you will go to some sort of events, right, where you will introduce yourself, and it's almost going to give you a new life in your career and profession. If you are trying to manifest a better relationship at work, if you are trying to manifest better career, if you are trying to manifest better salary, I would recommend you to do Sunday, Monday, some sort of, whatever ways of manifesting you do, whatever ways of manifesting you enjoy, right? Um, Try to do something that again set an intention. practice some sort of limiting practices, right? Like when you show the discipline, when you limit yourself from something, when you show your resistance and show your intention again. And yeah, this is going to be like very powerful for your career. A lot of you could see a lot of improvements in your career. A lot of you could see a lot of new beginnings in your career. A lot of you could see just like how the new doors is literally opening for you, and you just have to walk through it. Leos, this new moon is all about growth. This new moon is all about accelerating, expanding, having the moment of just like seeing bigger picture. And it comes to literally everything that you do. One way it could play out, maybe you'll start some sort of foreign connections. Maybe you will travel outside. Maybe you will, maybe for a long time you will decide to do your paperwork for, get a visa, get something else. Maybe you will decide to travel somewhere where you have not been before. Maybe you'll decide to start learning new languages, and overall education seems like will be a great idea for you too. Maybe you'll decide to go into, and it could not be something like very similar. It's not just like online course that would like last, I don't know, like 3 days, right? Like it's not something that you can like watch for an hour and it's done. It's going to be something really prestige. It's going to be something really unique. And if you're not really getting into any educations right now, you could probably like see how you yourself expanding in this moment. This is going to be a great moment for you to overall reconsider what are your values, like where are you standing, right? What is your those like setting stones that you stand on, both with philosophy, religion, spirituality, your values as a human. Like where do you stand, like what is helping you to move forward, because it's all about our spirit is literally expanding during this time. It's going to be great if you really put some sort of effort to start the projects, to start some sort of actions that will literally expand your horizons, that will literally expand the world that you live in, and really quench that thirst for adventure, right? If you're doing some sort of hikes, literally like climbing the mountain and elevating yourself, that's great. If you learning about some sort of new, I don't know, you learn about new things, religions, philosophy ideas, right? Like reading new books. This is also amazing. If you're going into like some sort of MBA program, like business program to again elevate yourself, amazing. If you're trying to manifest, I would wait a couple days after the new moon, because historically new and full moon are not good times to manifest. Like people literally were like scared of these days. It's like very unstable energy. There is like literally very little stability going on. So wait a few days until moon changes its sign to again initiate something that will expand your mindset, expand your business, expand your ideas of who you are, and that way things will go much better. Virgos, this is going to be a very intense new moon for you, but not in a bad way. This is a great time to really focus on questions of intimacy. And if you have partners, if you have your friends, if you have, it doesn't matter who, it's really all about like how deep you're willing to go to show who you truly are on the inside. It's time to really unpack your trauma. Like if you're having a chit chat with your friends and you on a happy hour, trauma dump them, show them what you've been through, tell them like what you've been through. If you're having therapy session, that's also amazing, right? Like you got to do what you got to do, but it's also a lot about skills of having self-control. It's also about skills of having control of this level of unpredictability. There is something so unpredictable about this new moon that again forces this transformation, and it's really gonna ask you, when everything changes so fast, when the world is spinning around so fast, are you able to stand still and hold to what's here, right? Like hold for your power and control, and this like a certain level of again power that is in you, because it is there. It's just like whether or not you're tapping into that and using it to your own advantage. uh, some questions about finances could totally come up to you during this time, especially not necessarily the cash, right? Like it's not the cash. It's not about like, oh, do you have like $20 so I can like fill up the gas tank? No, it's not about that. It's going to be about what are the long-term processes of us like being in some sort of system, right? Like maybe you paying something off your credit card, but then you're not closing it on time, and you got to think about it. Maybe actually quite the opposite. Maybe you're opening a credit card right now to capitalize of some sort of points, capitalize of some sort of bonuses, capitalize of some sort of you know what I'm saying. Like this is definitely the time when you can do this. This is definitely the time when you can do this. And listen, it is going to be the time when you might feel deeply about people. Some sort of intuition is coming through to you. Like you talk to a person, but you already know this person is lying. You get some sort of information, but you already have like a very specific feeling about it. So really try to tapping off into that feeling. And the thing is, if you're trying to manifest something, I'm gonna give you a great practice. Don't do it right after the new moon. Do it like a few days after. But if you do some sort of like a physical transformation, literally like a rebirth, it could be really hot sauna, it could be cold plunges, it could be, I don't know, like even doing some sort of like extreme sports where you literally have to like use all your muscles to like elevate yourself and bring this energy out. Could be acupuncture, it could be, I don't know, like cupping, massage, like whatever is like taking this inner persona out and letting it shine through. This is what you have to do on this new moon to manifest well better beginnings. Well, Libra, this new moon is all about partnerships, is all about public eye, is all about connections, and in some cases, it could be also about legal documents and legal processes that you will be going through. There is a huge energy around that, and that could be the time when you actually go on date and decide to be committed with someone. Maybe you will decide to open some sort of business with someone or get into some sort of deal with people. It's literally going to be about you and another person, right? Like, what is the relationship between that? If you, it's really actually, it's a great new moon if you are into acting, if you are into like drawing, if you are into singing, if you are into performance, because this is going to be also the new moon that will allow you to shine through and be noticed by the public eye. Maybe you will do some sort of new performance. Maybe you will decide to come up with some sort of new twist that you do at your shows that will go actually really well, and you could potentially capitalize on that. And overall, if you're creating content, if you're selling something, and if you consult someone, if you overall like work with some sort of people where you're working like one-on-one, this is great. It is great. It is amazing. It is something that you need to do. It is something that like you need to put yourself out there. And again, speaking of relationships, even if you are in relationship, even if you are committed, it just could be some sort of new level. Something new is happening, some sort of rebirth, some sort of like new chapter that you're opening. You becoming closer, you becoming way more, honest with each other. And if you are single, again, it's a great time for you to manifest new relationships and new connections with people. So if you are trying to do something like this, if you are trying to manifest it, I would wait a couple few days after the new moon itself, so the energy is a little bit more stable, and do any activity with your friends, do any activities with your partners, do any activities with your business partners. And maybe if you are trying to have this performance, have this performance and show yourself out there, because this new moon will literally set such a new beginning of a chapter for you when it comes to, again, public eye and everything you do outside for people, and you being seen as this creative individual. Scorpio, so this new moon will really make you feel really healthy. This new moon will really make you feel productive, and like you finally getting it together. You finally have the energy to just like get things done. You finally have the energy to put things together. You finally have the energy to organize things around yourself and maybe organize your life. You might have felt like everything been such a mess lately. You probably felt like everything been such a such a like long trip, such a long journey to get to the things, and now it's finally coming together. So this could be a new job for you. This could be a new job that will also change your routine. Literally, if you go to the office 5 days a week, 6 days a week, doesn't really matter. It could be something new. Maybe you will switch locations. Maybe you will be transferred somewhere else. Maybe you will get a new job somewhere that again will kind of like change your daily routine. And speaking of daily routine, this is amazing time to do anything related to your health. See a doctor, do some sort of checkups, do some sort of like whatever that is. Like this is going to be a great time to do it. This is going to be a great time to, if your doctor like tells you to take some supplements, if your doctor is telling you to like go to the gym, if your doctor is telling you to do something good for your body, this is going to be great. If you're starting some sort of new Pilates class, amazing. This is going to be such a good energy that will help you to again do it in a very right way, in a right manner. So I would also look into pets. Interestingly enough, if you're trying to get a pet, if you feel like you need a cat right now, if you need to save like a homeless cat right now or a dog, do it. This is a great time to get a new pet. And anything really like related to like how your day goes, this is going to be exciting. Maybe you will start a new healthy habit. And the thing is, if you are trying to manifest something, if you want to use this energy of this very powerful new moon to your advantage and to really do things right, like set things on a right foot, start things on a right foot, then I would wait a couple days after the new moon and do some sort of ritual, right? Like do some sort of healthy routine. Maybe decluttering. so good. You're gonna put everything, you're gonna label everything, you're gonna organize everything, and then it's gonna feel so good. Maybe you'll start again some sort of new hobby. You will go to a doctor, you will do a full medical checkup, or you'll just do some sort of sport activity that will make you feel so good. Sagittarius, this is going to be the most fun, the most pleasurable new moon for you. So I would definitely take advantage of that. And what is going to be about? It's very likely that on the day of the new moon or days after or this weekend, it seems like you're going to do something like really fun. You're going to do something really, really, really exciting for you. It could be going to the amusement parks, going into the some sort of arcades, right? Like the where they play like you know what I'm saying, right? It could be like maybe you'll decide to play a lottery, right? Like, but for fun, not for like necessarily profit, like for fun. Maybe you will actually get into some sort of competition. Maybe you'll do some sort of like fun competition. I saw this like dumpling eating competitions. I saw people do, I don't know, like who can do the plank the longest, right? Like it doesn't matter, like as long as there is this like spirit of like, I want to try something. I want to be so fun about it. I want to do something. So you know what I'm saying. It's also a great time for any romantic beginnings. And this romantic beginnings, again, it's not something about like committed and serious and like let's talk and let's see how we're gonna live together. No, 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 no. It's the type of relationship when you having fun, when you opening up to someone, when you flirting, when you saying something. You know how you don't know the other person, so you kind of have to like test the water. So you like say something and you see like if person reacts well or doesn't react well, or if you get the sense of humor and you're having fun and you're opening up for the first time and you kind of like getting the idea of who this person is. So this is going to be something that you could do. So if you're having some sort of dates, this is amazing, right? But also time for creativity if you are an artist, if you have some sort of creative approach to anything. And the thing is, you can use creativity everywhere you go, because this creativity, like, literally sometimes could play a huge role in even your professional life. But if you're trying to manifest under this new moon, I would totally suggest you waiting a couple days after the new moon and then do this like interesting ritual, right? Like go on a date, go sip and paint, right? Maybe you will put on some sort of show or put some sort of creative projects together. And the thing is, if you are expecting a child, or if you want to get pregnant, or if you thinking about some sort of like activity with kids in general, this is also a great new moon for that. Definitely depends on your personal chances, but it seems like this new moon could be like a good time if you have to do like anything with kids, right? Like maybe you literally like want to work with kids. Maybe you want to, I don't know, like babysit with your babysit, right? Like with maybe your sister has like a kid. That could be also a thing. Capricorn, so this new moon will be very cozy, it will be very sensual, it will be all about your safety and feeling emotional safety first. Very likely that this new moon you're going to see and visit your parents. Maybe you will connect with your parents. Maybe you do have some sort of someone's birthday and you're going to go there and you're going to connect with people from your past. Maybe people do, I don't know what you call it, like homecoming, when you like go to your school and you meet up with each other because it's been like 25 years or like whatever. uh, Anything that really like reminds you of your childhood, anything that really reminds you of the place where you grew up. Maybe you will be traveling home, maybe your parents will be coming visiting you. On the other hand, if that's not happening, it definitely some sort of moment of renewal inside your home where you live. Maybe you're looking for a new apartment, maybe you're signing new deals, maybe you're looking for do some sort of renovation inside your house. Maybe you will literally just like move furniture. You literally will move furniture, get some new furniture, change something inside the home. But it will be it will be very active. You will feel very active. Maybe you will decide to host something inside your house too. But it is time to reorganize yourself, reorganize things inside your home, and overall kind of have like more awareness of who you are within the system of your family, right? So you someone else's child, you someone else's grandchild, you someone else's grandchild. What does it mean to you? If you will try to do some sort of research on who your even parents were, even grandparents, or like some sort of interesting history about your family, it's going to be very beneficial for this new moon. And another thing is that if you're trying to like really manifest and do all of this like manifestation techniques during this time, you do need to first of all, I would suggest you to wait a couple days after the new moon for energy to really be stable, for energy to really be like about growing and about like expanding, right? Because the moment of new moon is like actually when there is like no energy. Like when you look at the sky, what do you see? You don't see anything. There is no moon. Like literally the moment of the new moon is like when there is no moon, there is no capacity. So definitely wait a couple days, and then Do something that reminds you of home, some sort of tradition, cook some sort of like meal. Maybe you will decide to go and visit your family and like help them with something, but like connecting to your roots will literally help you to activate this energy and almost like attract those blessings into your life. Aquarius, this new moon will be a lot about being communicative and learning and being social, maybe even to do something with writing, learning different like methods of learning, and overall having those interaction and contact with people, and but also overall like how you feel yourself being busy. So you could start some sort of like meaningful study, you could start some sort of meaningful connections, you could go outside and get to know someone who will be a really helpful contact in the future, right? It's a really great time for writing. So if you write anything, if you write any sort of whatever that is, right, like if you do this, if you write it, um then it's just amazing. It's just amazing, like nothing else to say. So you're writing a song, you're writing a book, you're writing a journal, you're writing your self reflections, like whatever that is, do it. Literally do it. And this would be a lot to do with also your immediate environment. So your siblings, maybe your neighbors, maybe your roommates, maybe like the people you live with, doing some sort of activity with them or figuring things out with them could be interesting thing too, because kind of like universe will put a focus on like one of these things that I said. So it could be either study, it could be either writing, it could be either just like being busy or doing something with your siblings. But if you do want to manifest, this is definitely a good time to again go into some sort of study, something that you wanted to learn for a long time. And it doesn't have to be something like so elite. Like it's not like you applying like to Harvard, right? It's not like you applying to like do some sort of MBA. You do like it could be something little. It could be something like little skill that you want to do. Like you always wanted to know how to, I don't know, solve the Rubik's cube, right? Very easy. You can like in 2 hours you're gonna know how to do this. Like you can do it with like closed eyes, like in 2 hours if you decide how to do it. Maybe you wanted to learn something about tarot. Maybe you wanted to learn something about whatever that is. But I would recommend you to wait a couple days after the new moon to really start the energy right, and write write something, pick up a journal, pick up a prompt, write something, because this will be the new moon when your writing power literally will manifest into your reality. Pisces, this new moon is all about your bag, your finances, your like everything is just everything is just there for you. um this is a great time if you're looking for a job. This is a great time if you're trying to stabilize your financial situation. This is amazing time if you overall want to reconsider like what do you do with your finances, what do you need to do, right? Like what do you need to do about it? And the thing is, you are focusing on the physical world right now. As much as you are like Pisces rising, and maybe like people think that you just like all over the place, or you just like not necessarily exist in this like a physical realm, it will be all about like focusing on the physical realm. It will be all about focusing on central feelings and what physically makes you comfortable, uncomfortable, right? Like what are the values, what are this like pride that you have in the things that you own and where, and money you spend on. So a lot of financial questions here, a lot of things about finances, right? Like it's how do you make money? What do you spend money? It could be the time when you actually receive some sort of raise. I remember like at some transit, I literally get a raise on, it was either the new moon or it was like a Venus in my second house. But the thing is, um, it could be like a very different. It could be like $1 raise, but it still will be a raise. You know what I'm saying? It could be $20 raise, but it could still be a raise. So I would do. I would definitely try to like go over my finances under this new moon and try to see like, okay, what am I doing? Another way you could manifest is that you do some sort of like important purchase, like you'll buy something expensive, and if you're gonna buy something, right, it probably will have more value as the time goes on. So, for example, you decide to buy, you know, a cute scarf, a cute dress, a cute bag, a car, even, right? Like whatever you're gonna buy this time, even listen, it has to have some sort of connections. But even if you're buying real estate in the future, when you're gonna do this, you're gonna sell it for profit. You're gonna make some sort of profit. So that will be a really interesting thing to see how it's going to be unfold. But if you're trying to manifest something under this new moon, I would highly recommend you to wait a couple of days after the new moon to energy really settle and be more stable and actually start growing and actually start having some sort of capacity. And right after that, do some sort of money ritual. whatever that is for you. Maybe you want to go under over your finances, maybe you want to manifest and write things about like how, successful and rich you are. Whatever that is, do it. This is a very powerful new moon to start things and really start a new chapter in your finances.